Hi, travelers. Tara here. We're going to do a quick open reading. This will be the first one for March 2019. Website members, many of you have been emailing me. Oh, Tara, are you okay? This is the longest time we've ever gone without hearing from you. And I want to apologize for that. I have an issue with my left eye. I finally got new glasses. Yay! But now my left eye is giving me a lot of trouble. I have a growth on my eye. And it's been there for like 2 months now. It comes and it goes, but now it's just like there. So I'm actually looking like Rocky Balboa. And although I love Rocky, I don't want to look like him. And so I had to drive, was it last week on February 20th or something? I had to drive 300 plus miles to go see a specialist with the VA, and that took a lot out of me. Um, that was a 1 day trip down there and back, and then I've had some more doctors looking at it, so they want to schedule surgery for me. I've been on a course of antibiotic drops and ointments for my eye, but all that's doing is making me mad, and it's not really helping. So I'm using hot wet compresses and hot massage stones. I'm trying everything, and it's just not working. So they have finally said, okay, well, look, we're gonna go ahead and we'll just do surgery. And y'all always hear me talk about how I'd rather stick something hot and sharp in my eye. Well, this time I take it back. I don't want nobody sticking nothing sharp in my damn eye. So, and I don't want to be cut on. But, and it's a Mercury retrograde. But as I always try to tell you guys, you can't wait sometimes in life for the planets to be acting right. Okay? Sometimes you do just have to do what you have to do. So don't be fearful when you hear of a Mercury retrograde. So I'm kind of waiting around to see when they're going to schedule that for me, but it's actually interfering a bit with my vision, and so it's taking me a lot longer to get my work done because I literally have to stop and rest my eyes. Some days it will swell up so big that my eye is closed, or I can barely open it and I can't see very well out of it. So it's just taken me a bit to get my work done. And so that's why you haven't heard from me. I was remiss in not sharing that with you earlier, but I was really hoping that it was going to kind of resolve itself a bit on its own. They did today put me on a new course of antibiotics. We shall see, but it may, actually be that I'm going to have to go under the knife. So that's that. And thank you guys so much for emailing and checking up on me. Several of you have purchased readings. I'm going to be getting to those tomorrow. And I finally, I mean, it was like 17 days of hell and it's only been a week. Finally got the March individual readings completed. So after I post this, I've got to process all 12 of those videos and they will be uploaded tonight. That is a promise they're done. Then I can start working on the romance videos. So I apologize for, I don't know, that herky jerky, Howard. It's just been just a few strange days for me or weeks for me. And I know yesterday I sat down to finish all of the, what do you call it? Those readings, the individuals for the website. And every time I sat down, somebody was knocking at my door. So in some of the videos, y'all gonna hear me cussing. God damn it, who's at my door? Damn, Mercury retrograde. Phone was ringing. It was just crazy. So I finally got it done. And so after this, check, maybe in a couple of hours after you see this, all of those videos are going to be processed and uploaded to the site. So now with that said, we're going to do a quick open reading. We're going to, I'm not exactly sure what cards I'm going to be using to clarify whether I will be using Lenormand's or Sibila's. I will most definitely be pulling playing cards. And then I'm going to wrap that reading up with a Psychic Oracle Tarot. I do want to bring to your attention this week that is coming up about the planetary configurations that are happening. The entire sign of Pisces is going to be very, very active. If you have your zero Aries chart, this is going to be your 12th house, okay? And the 12th house deals with the unknown. It deals with spiritual events, um psychic events and phenomena, spirituality. It can bring about drinking and drugs and being a doormat. So you might have some issues that may be coming up, but this is, I think, going to be an opportunity for a spotlight to be put on some of those things. And you'll get, I think, some of you may get the opportunity to do a bit of healing for yourselves. And the reason why I'm saying that is because on March 6th, there are going to be 5 bodies in the sign of Pisces. We will have the sun, which will be at 15 degrees Pisces. Right next to that, we're going to have Neptune at 16. And he's been at 16 Pisces since last year, okay? He's one of those big outer planets, and he doesn't move fast. So Neptune will be at 16 degrees Pisces. Then we will have the new moon in Pisces, which will be at 16 degrees Pisces. And then we have Vesta. And Vesta are can be those issues of gender politics, 1 man and 2 women, the Vestal Virgins, and the story behind the Vestal Virgins. And they have a quite interesting story. They were chosen as young women to go to this temple and become priestesses. They were under the control of 1 man, the Pontiff Maximus. But they were able to, if they completed their time as being priestesses in the temple, when they came out, their role was to take another female in, one of the new ones who'd come in. But they were also able, they had their own money, they had a lot of prestige, they were well respected. But if they ever got caught having sex with another man, the Pontiff Maximus would bury them alive. Okay? So that's that gender politics. So gender politics can be like, say, for instance, you work for Virgin Air. Richard Branson would be the Pontiff Maximus. He owns Virgin Air, but all of the stewardesses were females. Okay? So it could be 1 man and 2 women. In a work situation that might be okay, or it could cause problems. If it's a love relationship, that's definitely a problem, because who needs that fucking headache, right? And typically what it does is it'll pit the women against each other. Whereas if the women will join forces together, they can overthrow the man. So that energy is at play, okay? So again, sun at 15 degrees Pisces, Neptune, 16 degrees, new moon at 16 degrees, and Vesta at 16 degrees. Also, Mercury will have stationed retrograde at 29 degrees Pisces. But he is going to be conjunct Chiron at 0 degrees Aries. So that's why I said there may be that element of healing that might be coming in. Maybe you might get an opportunity to, during this time of maybe sketchy information, no information, things going backwards and forwards, things being delayed, things being lost. You'll get an opportunity to rehab your social profile, social media, update your headshots, get a haircut, redo your wardrobe, remake yourself in some way, because Aries is that first house of self, okay? But on that same day, Uranus is going to make that big major move back into Taurus, okay, at 0 degrees. And no matter what personal planets are moving around, the sun, the moon, Venus, Mercury, it is those big outer planets, when they make moves, that's when you want to pay attention. Okay? So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and lay the 9 cards. You will forgive me when you hear me say I can't see, or I got to look at something funny, or maybe I read it wrong. I'm having a bit of trouble with my eye at the moment. And so I just wanted to get this reading out of the way so then I could go do my hot wet compresses and my massage stone rocks and rest my eye a bit before I start processing these videos. So let's go ahead and lay the cards. I want to tell you something. Those readings that I did for the individuals for the website are very, very interesting readings. I know y'all get tired of hearing me say that, but I'm going to tell you how much I love reading cards. I was thinking to myself, if they jack my eye up in surgery and I lose my sight in this eye, off chance, I was checking to see if I could get my cards stamped in Braille. There's no way I can not read cards. I can't, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. And I would still have to have the ability to be able to read cards. Since I am now still a sighted person, from memory, I would know what the cards look like. But I'd have to be able to see, what I'm looking at. And so that's really what I've been looking into that. If, does anybody sell Braille tarot cards? There was a company that used to, but they stopped, but they do offer a brailing service, and they will stamp those for you. Then I have to decide, do I want them to be contracted or not contracted Braille? So I would have to teach myself a whole new language. But there's no way in hell I'm not going to read cards. That's just ain't going to happen. Okay? So, here we go. 5 of Swords. Okay, and I will show you these cards and try to get them in the frame for you there. 8 of Cups. 2 of Wands. Some of you are having second thoughts about having walked away. Maybe this was a heated argument. And you're like, to hell with that. But now you're having some second thoughts about it. The World card. There's our Aries card. And another 2. 2 of Swords. Huh. Now that's interesting. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. 4 of Wands. I don't know if this is a fight over property. Property at a distance. Like maybe a second home or something. Oh wow. The High Priestess. Holy smokes. What is happening here? And I have 3 representations of the moon here. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. My eye's starting to bother me. Knight of Wands. Now, that is very interesting because I have only 1 court card here. I have 2 swords, 3 wands, a cup, and 3 major arcanas. These 2 individuals, sometimes she can show up like a mother. That would be more that Empress kind of a card, so to speak. But she represents the moon, and moons represent mothers. These 2 people have very, very different personalities. Strong, dominant, outgoing, fiery, maybe brusque. Cool, detached, a watcher. She's a watcher. Okay. Now, I have 3 twos here. 2 twos speak to the need for changes and or harmonious communication. Well, we see the change. There it is. There's the change. Got 5. 3 twos. Oh, the other 2 twos speak to a marriage, a wedding, and or a commitment. There's our marriage or shacking up card. 3 twos can speak to excessive flirting and cheating. There's 3 people in that card. Maybe this is cups tend to speak about 8 months. Months. So this could be the idea of maybe this goes back maybe to August, perhaps. Eight months ago, or he's walking away, so maybe by August coming up. But now we've got this Two of Wands. Somebody's having a change of heart. Twos represent a decision, a crossroads, a choice, an option, a duality. Sometimes it will represent a block or an obstacle. Sometimes. I have 2 4s. This is definitely some kind of property or home issue. He speaks to the idea of a father. He represents a father figure. But as I say, to me, what is coming across with this row down the center is this idea that the two natures of the people are so radically different now. That I don't think either one of them has much interest anymore in the relationship. But yet, there's some indecision here. The World card speaks to being at the end of a cycle. It speaks to affording like this is a graduation. This is some kind of thing that you finally made it. You got there. And the fact that this figure is in that wreath. The wreath implies that there's some kind of moment of peace and protection in that. Now, what I find interesting is the nodes here. Taurus and Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. Now, the nodes just changed signs. They were in, I think we had Leo, Aquarius, or it might have been Cancer, Capricorn. That's where they are now. So they changed there. When they change again, it will be across the Taurus-Scorpio axis. If I'm not mistaken, I think that might be right. Okay? Now, Knights always speak about, to me, events. What this tells me is that, especially here, there's some news or message coming back for her. Either someone's coming, they're coming at a hurry, but this is an event. To me, it's a message this night. Almost as if the cards say, I know he's coming back. I know he's coming back. So I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna do shit. Don't let him do what he's gonna do. He'll be back. Okay. And that's cool too. But there's some uncertainty about this. And so I would like for you to be careful, because even if the person does come back, they may not be coming back for the reason that you think. Because just as fast as this person shows up, or this message shows up, or this event happens, whoosh, it's gone. It's a fire energy card. Now, we do have Mars making some move. I think he's in Aquarius right now, but he's going to be moving, doing something. I'm trying to pull my chart up from memory right now. As a matter of fact, I even have my eyes closed. I'm trying to rest my eye for a bit. Remember when I said I had those 3 representations of the moon? That's our eclipsed moon. So that's why I say this may go back to August. Remember we had that big eclipse on the 21st of August? The Great American Eclipse? And eclipses always hide things. They are game changers. The nodes. But here we also have a quarter moon, I believe that is. A half moon, quarter moon. And then, of course, she's got the other quarter at her feet. But she knows something. She knows something. So I don't know if there are any men out there watching. I used to have a bunch of men watching. They don't watch me that much anymore. But if there are men out there, I would dare to say that she knows. She knows. Now this is the card of being hoodwinked. But to me, it always implies that you really do, deep down, intuitively, in your heart of hearts, know exactly what the truth of this situation is. Maybe you don't want to hear the truth or see the truth. And if anybody approaches you with the truth, you'll chop their head off. But it also says that this is a moment for you to kind of stand still and get in touch with whatever it is. You're of two minds about something. He is. Now, I can't look at these two cards and I can't look at this knight. What I can look at is the Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, Two of Cups. I can't look at this either. These three major arcana cards. So I'm going to look at the Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, Two of Wands, Two of Swords, Four of Wands as they relate to these three World cards. World cards. These three major arcana cards. This is Venus in Aquarius. And Venus is going to be moving into Aquarius. That's where she's moving. That's right. I don't know if I said that earlier. Venus was going to be making some move. As is Mars. They're going to be squaring each other. I don't know when. That could be what this heat and speed and anger is. But this could be an angry message. This may not be something good. Just because a person or the news is coming, it may not be good. Okay. Under the deck, Strength card. Again, the idea of August keeps coming up. Leo. There's an 8 card. Now, that would in effect give me 2 8s. 2 8s speak to obstacles, hassles, and delays. But 2 8s can also say there's going to be news that affects the relationship. Whatever this thing is, it's a completion. It's the end of it. And maybe this Emperor is trying to figure out how to communicate that. Maybe how to hide it. I don't know. Well, let's take a look at the cards. We will start with this 5 of Swords here. August. This goes back to August of 2018. Right around that time. Okay, 5 of Swords. Nothing about the 5. 8 of Cups. Now you know I'm going to be looking at that I'm going to look at this whole row. 8 of Cups. Nothing about the 8 of Cups. 2 of Wands. Two Wands next to the Emperor. Yeah, there it is. I think somebody's trying to determine whether or not they're going to move or buy a new home. Next to the Emperor, it is a message that opportunities are abound and opportunity is imminent. So set yourself and set ideas into motion. The time is fruitful, make the most of it. That's why I say the person's contemplating whether or not they should or they shouldn't, or how to communicate that. Two of Swords. This card could be about mediation. Okay. Nothing about that. Four of, oh, the cards are going to be, they're going to make me work for it. They're going to make me prove my mettle with one eye. Four of Wands. Four of Wands next to the World is a very powerful vibration. It tells of the possibility and opportunity to become involved in an important large-scale operation, organization, or project. I don't know. Remember when I first read the cards, it said that's very interesting. See how that guy's holding the World card, and the very next card is the World card? See that? But there's something else going on here. Now, I could say, on the one hand, that this may be some kind of major building project, some kind of major, what do you call it? There are no coins here, okay? Charitable organ, because sometimes this guy will show up like the 501c. He can be the boss, but he's a leader. And he's an emperor. He's always trying to increase his holdings. That's how he became the emperor. There are no kings or queens. We are looking at two people, but again, their fundamental natures are very different. But what's so funny is this guy is sandwiched between these two interpretations of the moon. That's what I find to be odd. And these pomegranates. Now, the pomegranates speak to the idea of a hidden fruit, and contained within the fruit are the seeds of all things, growth, knowledge. It represents the womb. That's why in some of the old paintings that you see from like Peter Paul Rubens, Peter Rubens, I can't think of his middle name. It might be Peter Paul, hell, I don't know. And the iconography in the paintings, where you might see the man and the woman, the married couple, in their austere bedroom, and then on the dresser might be a pomegranate, because that was like the idea that the womb would be, they would bless the union and they would have lots of children. It is this weird ass Eight of Cups here, with these two twos. We definitely see there was some kind of argument or fight. We see that, and somebody walks away. And I'm telling you, this is August. It started back in August of last year. That eclipse. That eclipse. Why? That's the only eclipsed moon in the deck. And you know how I always tell you that eclipses are game changers, and you sometimes are not going to know the outcome, the trajectory of the change, how it's going to happen till 6 months out. So August, September, October, November, December, January, February. That's 6 months. Something is coming, or someone. Now, those of you who are website members, when I say, if somebody breaks up with you, or if you break up with somebody under an eclipse, don't beg, don't grovel, because they're not going to come back. But at the 6-month mark of that eclipse, you may get a chance to reconcile with that individual. So this could be the idea that somebody is coming back. But look how they're coming back. They're coming back as a knight. And the speediest knight, who doesn't tend to stick around very long. He gets bored real easily. All of these fire Leo cards, Leo, Sagittarius, all of this fire energy. And then we're sandwiched between these deep water energies and these very cool, logical, detached surface air energies. I don't know. Let's go to the cards. I'm going to pull three Lenormands on this 8 of Cups. I'm telling you, this was in August. And I think that Strength card is asking you to get a hold of yourself. That's what I think. For whatever reason, you're being asked to get a hold of yourself. This is risky, whatever this is. And I don't mean that in a kind of negative way. I just mean it's risky. So you want to get a hold of yourself. I dare say, whatever you may be sensing or feeling or thinking, this is coming to topple you in some way, to kind of rattle you or upset you. The Bear. Now, in the Lenormand cards, the Bear speaks basically to finances. As a person, this person could be somebody who is rather large, may be very hairy, have facial hair, but could also be someone who's very powerful and domineering. The Bear typically only shows up as a woman when it deals with somebody who works, a female who works as a dietitian or a nutrition, something like that. But in doing a reading, if I'm using all the Normans, you look at the Bear to see about somebody's finances or their business, because there's 2 finance cards. There's the Fish, and the Fish typically represent those entrepreneurial people who work for themselves or who own their own businesses. The Bear speaks to that kind of a person. It's like a more of a traditional kind of. The Child. Small finances, new financial opportunity. And then the Stars. The Stars always speak to hopes, dreams, and aspirations. They point the way for you. It's like the GPS. I don't know, maybe there was an argument or a fight over money, doing, that big project that they're talking about. Brand new financial opportunity that's really could be something spectacular. This is is not a health reading for those of you who read Lenormand's and recognize the bear and the stars. So let me pull this up for you. Throat's itchy. I tell you what, I'm just falling damn apart. It ain't no fun. I'm just falling apart. It's a new financial start. Yeah. This is an argument over finances or money or some kind of project thing. That's what it was. Now, we're going to go to the playing cards. You know, maybe this is... I can't do it without you. Really, I can't. Could be one of those situations. And you just like, I know. You know what I mean? Could be. Very well could be. But it goes back to August. Two of Swords, Six of Clubs, Ace of Spades, Five of Spades. Looks like another Five of Swords. That did not, whatever this thing is, it did not go well. Which may be why we get this. So let's take a look at what that is. Now, this can be the kind of person, yeah, fuck you, I don't need you, I'm gonna go do X, Y, and Z. And then all of a sudden, oh crap, didn't go well. You know, I told you. And there you are going, yep, I knew it, I tried to tell you. Knight of Wands, Queen of Hearts, Four of Spades, Four of Diamonds. Well, remember when I said there was 3 people involved in this? Six of Clubs, my friends. It says financial aid and success. There it is. Everything's going fine. And then, boom, the hammer was lowered. Misfortune. Sometimes associated with death, but more often a difficult ending. Oppositions and obstacles that are temporary, they are literally a blessing in disguise, can sometimes indicate a negative and or depressed person. Oh, I refuse to accept the truth. I can't believe it. A woman with water predominating her charts, sometimes typically a fair hair or fair complected woman. Now, I don't know if this is you, because you both show up as water females. I think it's a third person. Four of Spades talks about small worries, problems, and financial difficulties. But then this arrives. It says a financial upswing. and an older person may give good advice. Well, maybe not necessarily an older person, but someone who's very wise, maybe older, quote unquote, than their years, or wiser than their years. Well, I dare say some news is coming, and sometimes she will be like a mom. She shows up a lot like the mother part. And maybe this person is like, yeah, I don't know what to do. And their mom was like, get your ass back to so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. You need to go home. Remember, like I said, it's like, I knew he was going to come back. I knew it. Isn't that interesting? That's why I say if I go damn blind, I cannot stop reading cards. Now, it says 2 4s, money pours. Particularly if it's the 4 of diamonds and the 4 of clubs. Well, that is the 4 of spades and the 4 of diamonds. So, if this was some kind of jacked up business deal, or somebody left because they thought they could go off and, conquer the world, or they had these big plans and big hopes, and that's what the fight was all about. I just keep seeing this thing of almost like somebody's coming home with their tail between their legs. Don't rub it in too bad. Let's pull a card. Don't rub it in too bad. He sits right in the center. I want to pull cards on this Emperor. Let's take a look at him right quick. I'm going to use Lenormand's. He's right in the center. Like the person maybe have left and there was an argument. There was a fight. And somebody just kind of stormed off. I'm going to go do that. Excessive attachment to a situation, the desperate jealousy. La riunione, the meeting. The domestico, the man returns, but this time he got his damn hat in his hand. Huh? Okay. Remember I said it's kind of like the person's going to come back with their tail between their legs? He's kind of a shady character. Why is he back? And I think this is what you should ask yourself. You've had 6 months to live a life all your own. All right. And that's what the person's contemplating. They're trying to determine what do they do? Well, isn't that interesting? Y'all better be sending me some extra money so I can get me some Braille cards. That's what I damn know. There's no way I can't read cards. I don't know what I would do. Swear to God. Ready? That's another 8 of Cups. Emotional withdrawal. Remember, I keep saying the fundamental natures of these two people, they've changed. Eight of Cups. Wow, isn't that something? These cards, I tell you what. This card represents moving away or withdrawing from a current situation in your life, whether it's an old love, a relationship, or leaving behind what was once familiar in search of new horizons or beginnings. On a physical level, it is easy to get caught up in the materialistic world, but it's just as important to retreat from the outside world to enable you to pause, reflect, and heal. Schedule some time alone so you can commune with your soul and give the power of spirit the opportunity to restore your energy level, giving you the vitality to move forward in a positive direction. The number 8 represents infinity, passion, control, and power. This is your time. Use this opportunity to tap into your heart and soul in order to find the courage and strength to continue your journey into that wonderful undiscovered territory. There it is, my friends. Sun conjunct the moon in Pisces. There it is. This may be an opportunity for some of you to finally just close that chapter. Okay? That's what I have for you. I hope those messages helped. And again, website members, in about an hour or so, give me 2 because I got to rest my eye now. Those monthly readings will be posted. Till next time, namaste. Thanks for hanging with me. Bye.